Hello, Dr. Childress here. Welcome. This is my foundation series in which I am applying information sets from three domains of professional psychology: the attachment system, personality pathology, and family systems therapy, to attachment-related pathology surrounding divorce, to provide a comprehensive and integrated description of the pathology. Now, in this video segment, I'm going to be opening up family systems therapy, which is the primary domain of knowledge that should be applied to the pathology. This is a family pathology. We're working with family relationships. Family systems therapy is the school of psychotherapy to apply to the information. So we're going to start family systems therapy with Murray Bowen. Now Murray Bowen is one of the big kahunas of family systems therapy. He has a comprehensive description of how families operate, and many of his constructs are key constructs in family systems therapy. Now, all of the family systems therapists agree on the basic constructs and principles. They just take a little bit different focus. So look at the contents for Bowen's book here. So toward a natural systems theory, he talks about the emotional system, and individuality and togetherness and differentiation of self. Those are going to be important issues in attachment-related pathology surrounding divorce. They're talking about the enmeshment or the over-involvement to diffuse boundaries. The parent is violating the child's psychological boundaries there. So differentiation of self, chronic anxiety, that's huge in these families. It's a trauma disorder. And so the chronic anxiety is central to understanding the families, as is triangles. My goodness, chapter 6 on triangles. I'll describe that a little bit more shortly. But all the family systems therapists work with the triangles. And then the other one is this multi-generational emotional process is going to be huge for understanding attachment-related pathology surrounding divorce. So when we enter the attachment system, that literature, we're going to be talking about the transgenerational transmission of attachment trauma over here. And here in Bowen family therapy, we have the multi-generational emotional processes and symptom development here. So Murray Bowen, family evaluation. If you're doing an evaluation of a family, either for therapy or for assessment somehow, family evaluation, probably want to know Murray Bowen and have read this book on family evaluation. Now, I want to show you a diagram from Murray Bowen. It's on page 137 here. This is a diagram of what's going on in your family. So here it is. And so you see over here, you'll see the spousal relationship, A and B are bonding. And then in the middle one, A and B, the spousals are having a conflict, and A is diverting their spousal conflict into the child. See how they're triangulating the child into the two-person? Now we got a three-person conflict going, and here's the outcome, is that parent A is diverting their anger towards the other spouse through the child. So now there's conflict in the parent-child relationship, but that's spousal anger being diverted through the child towards that parent. And so this is the cross-generational coalition that will be described by Mnuchin and Haley over here. And this is the conflict caused by that. And you can see the triangle pattern there. So the child is being triangulated into the spousal conflict through the formation of a cross-generational coalition with one parent against the other parent. Well, there it is right there. There's a diagram of Murray Bowen. And the reason I'm using the book rather than like posting a picture of it or anything is because I want everybody to understand this is in the established knowledge of family systems therapy. This is not Dr. Childress saying this. This is established knowledge. Then the other diagram I want to show you out of Murray Bowen's book is this diagram on triangles. Okay. So you see how these relationships, so the squares are males, circles are females, and so these are all one generation. Here's their children, and then here's their children. And so it goes children down this way, siblings, and this in cases spouses across this way. So you can see how this child, who's the identified patient, the one that's causing all the problems, and we have mom and dad. So this is the family we're working with. But this dad over here also has a mom and a dad. And so they have their own triangle of mother-son, father-son relationships up here that created who this person is. And then the mom also has her family of origin of mom and dad creating who she is as a mom. And then these two come together with their own family of origins and create this family of parent-child relationships. And so you can see how the triangle is the basic unit of family relationships that moves through. And that's what Murray Bowen introduces prominently into our understanding of families and how families function, is the role of triangles in stabilizing families. Now, Murray Bowen also introduces the construct of an emotional cutoff, and that's in the multi-generational process. And he has 8 different constructs, actually. And if you Google Murray Bowen Family Systems Therapy, or the link is down below as well, you will go to his website. And there's a wonderful bunch of information up on his website, the Murray Bowen Family Therapy website. And one of the pages has his 8 constructs of family systems therapy, of which emotional cutoff is one, as well as differentiation of self and others. And here we have a book by Peter Titleman. Okay. And so but Peter Titleman here, he's the editor of these articles, talking about Bowen family systems theory perspectives on the emotional cutoff. And you see the genogram here, and you see all those triangles. Yeah, that's Murray Bowen. And so we have an entire book on emotional cutoff, and that's the family systems term for rejecting a parent. But it can apply to any family relationships, sibling relationships, aunts, uncles, cutoffs in family relationships. And they are, what do we know about them? They come out of anxiety, multi-generational transmission of trauma, problems in differentiation of self. That's what we know about them. And so this would be a critical book along with Murray Bowen for mental health professionals to understand about treating family pathology. The other important aspect of Murray Bowen is the transgenerational transmission of trauma. And so let me look through here and see if I can find a genogram picture of Bowen real fast here. No. Hang with me. Okay, here's one. So you'll see here, Murray Bowen uses these genograms to describe family relationships as they move through generations, that multi-generational transmission process. And genograms are an established method of assessing family relationships. So genograms and family assessment. Now again, if a mental health professional is working with families, god darn, this is a family assessment methodology. So let's see here. You can see like the diagrams for a family here. And so here's some generations going up and down and the siblings going across, and then they draw a line around the current family members. So in this family we have 3 kids with this mom and this dad who are living together. And then this mom, husband has a daughter over here, and they all live together with a housekeeper on the side. So it describes the family. And oh my goodness, these diagrams can get complex. All this information, they're fabulous. I will pretty much always do a genogram with any client, even ADHD clients, because they're wonderful for revealing the transgenerational transmission of trauma. So if you're working with families, and if you want to be good, you really need to understand genograms and Bowenian family therapy, and particularly around attachment-related pathology surrounding divorce, the emotional cutoff here. So that's Bowen family therapy. Let's move over to structural family therapy in Salvador Minuchin.